How do you send your first proposal? Heck, what's supposed to be included in it? Even if you've sent proposals for your MSP clients or prospects, what actually needs to be in there? I am demystifying all of that in today's video. It doesn't matter if you're a veteran of the industry, there's plenty of room for improvement. And if you're sending out your first proposal, this is hands down the most valuable video that you could possibly watch. My name is Harrison Barron from growth-generators.com. We help MSPs with sales training and marketing. Before I get into it, I do want to mention two quick things as always. Number one, there is a masterclass down below. It's almost exclusively the first link in the video description. Go check it out. I always keep hearing good feedback. If you've been following along, I swap out the master classes here and there, so it might be one that you haven't taken before. I would highly recommend going and checking that out. Number two is coming out this in the Discord. We are past 400 members, and I say that number because I can't wait to look back and say, wow, we've come a long way, and we already have. It is the fastest growing, I'm confident in saying this, the fastest growing MSP community online, especially for business owners and salespeople. So let's talk about what actually, if you would like to join, growth-generators.com/Discord, also in the links down below. So let's talk about your first proposal, because it's a big step. Or if you're a veteran, like I said, you might be missing certain areas. There's a lot that goes into a proposal. Now, before we even get to the proposal, we have to talk about what's going to happen before you send that proposal. Before you ship that thing off, and I don't print it, just send it online. It make your life easy. I used to bring them in person. I don't even think I would anymore. It's just easier to have the electronic signatures. But the first thing that you have to do is have your initial sales meeting. I know it sounds silly, and by doing that, you're going to understand and learn a lot about your customer. There might be things that you've never seen before. That you might go into their server closet or their network closet, and there is just a network switch on its last legs with the fans cranking as high as they possibly could have, and just dust just erupting from the back. And some of you are probably laughing because you've seen it. It's out there, but what you want to know, you want to see what you're getting yourself into. Heck, you might realize every single computer has its own printer and they're all networked weird or whatever it is. You're going to find some skeletons in the closet. Well, guess what? A lot of those skeletons in the closet need to be represented on your actual proposal. I know, not very fun, but you have to address those things because your proposal is basically a legally binding document, depending on what you put in there, of an agreement between you and your customer or the person signing it that says, hey, this is what we're going to do, and this is how we're going to do it. The customer wants to know what you're going to be doing, and you want to make sure that your scope of work, you don't have scope creep or it just gets out of control as time goes on. So let's talk about what you actually need to have, or different areas you should have, or elements in your proposal. Now, these are in no particular order, although it's a good way to follow these. You want your executive summary, a brief description of the services that you offer. Not every MSP does an executive summary, but depending on the size of the job, it might be worth it. The second part is a company overview. Yes, they probably know who you are. They probably know why you were there already, but a brief company overview, what you do, how you help people, and maybe you tweak it a little bit to fit that specific customer. Why not? It's a no-brainer. The third part is the scope of services, especially if you're using your digits to type this thing out. Do a scope of services. What's actually going to be included in this thing? And I'm going to give you guys some tools, by the way, to do this. And like I said, a brief overview of what I used to send. After that, a little bit about your pricing models, your implementation, right? Because your pricing models, you're going to talk about pricing at the end. You're going to talk about you're going to have, after you talk about your pricing models and what's the best fit for them, your SLA, sometimes people include case studies or testimonials. I would typically avoid that, but I know for the people that are perfectionists or want to go above and beyond, you can include that, terms and conditions, and then that's really it. That's your whole proposal. There's a signed, sealed, delivered. Great song. But that's your whole proposal. I know I just blew through that because it all kind of speaks for itself. It's all pretty straightforward. like I said, I'm going to share one with you guys and how to make a banger proposal. But the first thing before you even go into building that proposal is using a proposal software, something that you can legitimately send a digital document and have somebody sign on it. So you can say, hey, this is what we agreed to in the whole nine. So let's jump into my computer here and we're going to go through that. So first we have is Zomentum. Now, I like Zomentum. It's a fantastic product. I have no affiliation with them. I just think what they do is really, really cool. They're constantly changing their price, so I don't want to mention price on here, but it usually, you know what? You guys are my people. I'm showing it, right? $0 a month right now, free access forever. It's usually like a small onboarding fee, which is cool. They've just started doing that one-time setup for $99. I don't understand how they're doing it. If this isn't the deal that you get in the future, don't shoot the messenger. I'm just trying to help you make the best proposals. But they are a CRM. And more importantly, they have the ability to create a proposal, send a proposal, and get you paid, which I love. My fan favorite is PandaDoc. Now, if you don't already have a CRM that can't send out a proposal, PandaDoc is fantastic. It's usually about $20 to $30 a month, depending on how much, when you buy and how much you buy. But it's a fairly priced software. I think it's really, really good. It makes great proposals. They have hundreds and hundreds of templates in there. You'll have to tweak and you'll have to modify it. And last but not least, you already know it, my absolute favorite, which is Go High Level. I think Go High Level does a fantastic job. Is it the absolute best out there? No, but the value that you get with the ability to send a proposal, get the information, have it all built into a beautiful CRM, get paid, keep track of your marketing leads, is a no-brainer. But if you're gonna go send a proposal, in no particular order, I love Zomentum, I love PandaDocs, and I do love Go High Level. Now, what does a proposal actually look like? I'm going to pull up one of my old proposals. Now, this is a bit older. I haven't updated it in quite a while. I haven't sent out a real proposal in quite some time, and I usually modify it pretty heavily now when I do. But for digital marketing, right? We talked a lot about us. The executive summary, we don't really have, but we have an about us, a little bit about what we do. Once again, this is older, so some of these services might not be fully up to date yet. Our services, right? Talks about the services that we offer. Now, I would recommend for an MSP, go deep. I'm sure you guys have probably seen you have the lines back and forth, and then the X's of what's included. If you don't, I'm actually going to pull it up. I'm going to grab Super Ops here because I think they do a great job. But you can build something like their pricing in here, where you have the checks and the X's of what's included versus what's not included. It's very simple for people to understand. You 100% could build out your services the exact same way, and in there you can include your pricing. So merging that the scope of your services and the pricing together. Now, you're still going to need to break out a little area for your onboarding, right? Because the customer really wants to know what you're taking on and potentially some hiccups that could happen, anything like that, things that you might see, they probably need to be abreast of. But this is a great way to just include it all in a nice package so the customer goes, oh, this makes sense. I see the services and I see the prices for each one. Perfect. And you can recommend one at the end that they can actually go buy. So let's dive more into this here. So in here, you would have your services, then you would have, obviously your pricing model included, your implementation, so more about our services, talking all about it, and then you would have your implementation. So I would usually craft in or build out an entire new page about that onboarding process. What's going to happen, how long it's going to take, really diving into it as a one-time service. I would actually copy and paste this text, and this is probably one of my favorite things about this program is you can go through, copy this, hopefully it works. We're a little rusty here. All right, it's giving me a hard time. I was trying to do it in real time. I thought it would be cool. All right, it didn't work. There we go. Thank you. Cool. And then I would just take this and modify it and be good to go. Talking all about that on one-time services, or in this case, renaming it to onboarding, and then the monthly services that you've already mentioned in the services area. What you do, how you're going to go do it. And then at the end of it, you want to attach your SLA. In this case, I had a credit card authorization form. I would also attach my legal document here. But having that SLA is good. It's important. You should have it on there. and having them sign it. You get to sign it, they get to sign it, makes life easy. You can also include your terms and conditions, but this is a very basic proposal. Now you're probably thinking, Harrison, well, what else? I don't have the money to spend on Go High Level, on Zomentum, on PandaDocs. I got you covered. You can still use a Google Doc. I mean, it sounds crazy, but there's tons of people out there. Your proposal doesn't need to have the fancy designs and all that kind of stuff. You're just starting out. It's okay to not have the craziest, most punctual proposal. You can build it. And heck, if you want to have a template kind of out of the box, we are releasing one in the very near future for those people that do decide to join MSP Heroes. It's fantastic for MSP business owners. It includes Go High Level. It's going to include snapshots, funnels, and all that kind of stuff, including a proposal layout so you could take it, use it, modify it, and be ready to go extremely quickly. Now, I do mention that just because people like it easy. I want to make sure it's as easy as possible for you. Building it out, don't stress it. You make the proposal, send it to a couple of your friends, get their feedback from it, say, hey, can you put some bullet holes in this and see if there's any gaps in here, things don't make sense. And then after that, send it out to your client. There's a chance that they're going to sign, and there's a chance that they're not going to sign. If they don't sign, ask them. It's okay to ask them, hey, why didn't you sign up? Your pricing was too confusing. I didn't understand the packages. This should light up like a light bulb saying, oh my goodness, thank you so much for that. I need to go hit the drawing board and fix it. And if they do sign, say, hey, thank you so much. I'm super excited to work with you. By the way, I'm consistently trying to get better. Is there anything that I missed or I probably could have included in the proposal that would have made your decision-making process a bit easier? We all want feedback. Ask for the feedback. It's totally okay, whether it happened or didn't happen. Now, if they ghost you, don't worry about it. But your first proposal is a massively pivotal moment in your business. It is going to light you up like the night of 4th of July, at least if you're in the United States. It is crazy. It's the best feeling in the world. And if you lose your first one, don't sweat it. It is going to happen. Trust me, with success comes failure, and with failure comes success. Just because you lost the first one doesn't mean anything. I don't think I closed my first 5 deals originally when I was starting out in the MSP sales world. It's just I would go to bat. I'd work super hard, get all the products in there and what we're going to charge, the whole 9, and I would get ready and miss over and over and over and over again. Trust me, it doesn't matter where you're at in the process. Your proposal is going to consistently grow and change and modify. It's just like your website. It's dynamic. It's going to evolve over time and get better. It's okay. And if you're not doing that, a fair warning, start working on it. Consistently try to get better. That's the best part about business ownership and MSP sales. You have all the time to grow, and all while receiving that monthly recurring revenue. So I love the heck out of you guys. I hope you guys found some value in this. If there's another program, if I missed something, if you want me to dive deeper into this kind of stuff, go for it. Let me know in the comments down below. I absolutely love hearing from you guys. Even if you think, hey, this was a great video, Harrison, I appreciate the heck out of you guys. Just let me know down in the comments. It literally makes every time I see a comment, I'm like, damn, I love you guys. So on that note, I do love you guys. I hope you guys have a fantastic week or whenever you're watching this video, and I will see you guys on the next one.